This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ewusia akwaba ahe Boadu TV na unim General Mosquito Asiedu Nketia unim niye pa unim no he papa no aye no mo Ghana ho rade edi General Mosquito kro ni mkwan fa so nyae wonti ase the politics so remu didi ma no a chairman or say or acting chairman na MPP yes Baumia Kennedy ntokwa elections wakasa da fa ho Asiedu Nketia onimnyansa pa ho.
Know the name Mr. Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Who is Mr. Johnson Asiedu Nketia?
Is the one sitting here. Well, I was born and bred in a small community called Sekwa in the then Wenchi district. That is Professor Buzia's district.
Okay.
And I grew up there. I attended mission schools all my life up to university. And I attended, well, I never went to secondary school.
Really?
Yes, I trained as a teacher.
Okay.
And after that, I bought O-level, A-level syllabus from Exams Council, bought recommended textbooks,
right,
studied in the house and wrote the O-level. And then after that, I wrote the A-level.
On your own?
On my own, and
wow.
I gained admission to the School of Administration, now called University of Ghana, right, Business School.
Interesting.
And so
interesting. you did it on your own, yeah, without any formal tuition?
No.
That's very interesting.
Yes, yeah. So
wow.
Then, by way of my work experience, you know, as I've told you,
yes,
I started as a trained teacher.
Yeah.
Worked for some time, during which time I was studying for my O and A levels.
Okay.
And so when I went to the university, those days you need to have a strong grade before you get admission to the School of Administration.
Right.
So I was surprised that as a private student I was able to make the grade. And so, and I studied business administration.
Very well.
So after that, I did my national service. Those days it was 2-year national service.
2 years?
2 years. I did 1 year.
That's a lot.
1 year at GIHOC.
Okay.
Ghana Industrial Holding Corporation.
Right.
In a subsidiary called Ghana Manufacturing Company.
Okay.
So that was where I did my first year national service. Interestingly, I went there as a marketing officer, and because of the way I did my work, I didn't know that I was exposing my boss, the marketing manager. So
why?
When I was just doing my work as a professional, and those days it was a manufacturing company. So
yes.
We supplied to wholesalers, and it took them time to come and pay back. So
okay, I
had the duty of going around the country and checking our wholesalers and reconciling their accounts. And the revelation created a problem for my boss. I think that people were paying and it was diverting monies. And so in our records in Accra, those wholesalers were owning us. They owing us.
Yeah.
And then in their own records, they have made some payments. So it created a problem. So my boss was interdicted. And even during national service, I was made an acting marketing manager. And then
at GIHOC.
at Gihog Ghana Manufacturing Company.
Right.
Those were the company that was manufacturing suitcases, briefcases, and trunks and other things. So now, when the first year ended, I was forced, or if you like, I was poached from Gihog.
Okay.
And because my community had started a rural banking project,
Okay.
Which had taken several years, because immediately after the project was initiated, there was a chieftaincy crisis in my community, which lasted for about 9 years.
That's Sekwa.
Sekwa.
Right.
And so, by the time I was doing this national service, we had gotten a new chief who happened to be my schoolmate.
Okay.
And so he declared that he wanted to establish the rural bank. So he made moves to the Bank of Ghana and all the rural banking department.
Okay.
And he was given a condition that if they will establish the bank, they needed a graduate in business. And I happened to be the only one. The only one there. So the whole community descended on me and said that whatever I was doing, I had to resign and come back and establish this.
Yeah.
They put a lot of pressure on me. At Gihok too, my bosses felt that they had discovered a very bright person with a great future.
That's right.
So it was back and forth. Eventually, I took the decision to listen to my people. So I resigned, and I was sent for Bank of Ghana training in rural banking.
Okay.
And then posted to Asanwinso Rural Bank to do my practical training as a trainee manager.
Okay.
At Asanwinso Rural Bank.
Okay.
So it was after there that I had to go back to my place to begin Nkramai Rural Bank.
Okay, so it was Nkramai Rural Bank.
Yes.
But Chairman, before you continue, I'm interested in what motivated you to leave where you were working, because just like you said, even as a national service personnel, you were an acting manager. And so if it is in terms of, is it monetary? What really motivated you to leave to go to that rural bank?
It wasn't monetary at all, because I was getting a better deal there. My motivation is always to serve my community. So when this thing came, in fact, resigning from Gihok to go and start as a trainee manager for rural bank, I had to go through a lot of trouble. Maybe if I have to use this program to talk about that one, the time will still not be enough. But I was motivated to help my people. So, and naturally, I want to explore new areas. So, and I went there. I got the opportunity to, learn a lot about Western region at that time. I didn't know that I was preparing myself for a political position.
National position.
So naturally, when I entered politics, Western region became my second constituency. Any position I was contesting, I would win Western. Because they saw me as one of them. In fact, during the time I was there, that we established Bia Toya Rural Bank at Bonsunkwanta. It was our mobilization center. We established Kasemai Rural Bank. And that was the time this buying cocoa with Akwafu checks started and all that. So I had all those experiences. They were very, very interesting experiences. And so I went back to Sekwa, established the Nkramai Rural Bank, virtually from the scratch. Within a very short time, the bank took off very well, and we became one of the strongest banks in the country at that time.
The country?
And
Not
so
even the region.
We then established branches of the bank, established consumer shops, workers' consumer shops, and selling televisions, motorbikes, bicycles, bundle mattresses on credits to workers who receive their salaries through the bank and so on. So it was from there that the district assembly concept was introduced.
Right.
And so the first assemblies needed a certain type of expertise, which was not easily available in many of the communities.
Okay.
So again, my people impressed upon me to contest and become assembly member, because they will need people with some background in finance and accounting, so that we can help the assembly prepare their budgets and so on. So that was how I got to Wanchi District Assembly. So, well, I contested, but because it was the community that demanded my services. Once I filed, nobody else filed.
Oh, so you went unopposed.
Unopposed. But the first law, the decentralization law, required that even if you file alone, there must be an election, and you must get more than 60% before you qualify.
Interesting.
So you contest against yourself. So luckily I had over 80% of the votes at that time. So I went to the district assembly and all that. And so it was from the district assembly that wanted to go to depart from the PNDC and establish constitutional rule.
Yeah.
And at that time, to every assembly, every district was asked to elect one person to represent the assembly at the consultative assembly.
Okay.
So I won the election to represent Wanchi district at the consultative assembly. So gradually I was departing from the business side
and moving into the political public life.
To the politics. So when I came to the district assembly, by the time we finished the assembly, I had been identified and poached by National Trust Holding Company, because it was around that time that they were establishing the Ghana Stock Exchange.
Right. Right.
So they needed people with finance and banking background. So I applied, because some of my mates at School of Administration were actually working at National Trust Holding Company. Right. So they showed me that opportunity, so I applied and I was recruited. And so whilst writing the constitution, I started work also at the National Trust Holding Company. And so we were trained as stockbrokers and investment analysts and all that. And well, during that, when the company wanted to sponsor me, one question the managing director asked, that he thought it was going to be difficult for me to combine that course with my work at the consultative assembly. And I felt I didn't need to waste more time. I don't want to finish the consultative assembly before coming to start this course and so on. And since the course was established, we were about the third batch. So I wanted to, get on board as quickly as possible. So I assessed myself and realized that I could combine. So I combined the two. You go to the assembly in the morning, and when you close, then in the afternoon, I attended the training course.
That's interesting.
So by the time we finished the assembly, I had also passed this one. Fortunately for me, the day we were graduating, I was named as the best course participant, the best training for all the 4 modules, and also the best ever since the course was established. And so it put me in a very awkward position because my managing director and co did the first course, and then the next level management did the second course, and we did the third one. And they say I was
over from all of them.
So it created a problem for me.
Yeah.
But my MD was very, very, pleasantly surprised.
Right.
And he was very happy that, well, if they are naming the best stockbroker and investment analyst from his company as a stockbroking company, then that meant that he will attract business.
Exactly.
So, lo and behold, we started attracting a lot of clients and so on. And when I was being suggested to go for further training outside, there were suggestions that I could go to Johannesburg Stock Exchange or New York or Nairobi, and that was where the discussions were happening. So just around that time, we had finished the constitution. I had gone to Wenchi district to lead the campaign for the referendum for the approval of the constitution. And so I thought I had done my work. So I came back to Accra to continue doing my business. Then my community descended on me again. That's the PNDC.
Oh my goodness.
The PNDC at the time, they formed the NDC.
Sure.
They had done a lot of research and so on to identify potential people who commanded respect in the various communities.
Okay.
So it didn't matter whether you were a victim of the revolution or not. Once you are seen as somebody who command respect and votes in a particular community, PNDC will find a way of encouraging you to join NDC at that time. So some of our founding fathers were actually victims of the revolution, but it didn't matter. So, and it made our story even better. Because somebody will get up and say, yes, I was punished during the revolution, but I knew I had done something that was against the state and so on. So this is the right place to go. And then, so that's how we identified the founding members. And then our candidates too. There was another round of research to test the winnability of candidates and so on. Unfortunately for me, or fortunately for me, the research that was done in Wenchi district, the conclusion was that any party that will field Asiedu Nketia as a candidate is likely to win. It didn't matter which party.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of debate in my community because generally no other party had won any seats in Wenchi district apart from a pro-Buzia party.
Right.
But my father was a strong CPP.
Okay.
But my maternal family was also very strong UP.
That's an interesting one.
and I never followed any of them. I did a revolution. I became a kidder.
It's interesting.
So the 3 major parties were arguing among themselves. Each of them was going around claiming that I will be their candidate because they were privy to the research findings.
Okay.
So MPP was vigorously campaigning that I'm going to be their candidate.
Okay.
CPP was doing the same. And then the cadets too will say, comrade, how can you go and join any of this? So, and my community also felt that since independence, we had never produced a member of parliament from Sekwa.
Sure.
And so my community was also upbeat.
That's right.
Trying to get me to contest.
Wow.
So they mounted pressure on me. And somebody who thought he has hit a jackpot and was going to make it big in the business and investment field.
Exactly.
They came after me again.
This happened at the same time when discussions were being done as to whether you should go to Johannesburg.
Yes.
York.
That was from my, and then my community, and then the political parties, and then the regional secretary. The ministers were called secretaries. Okay. The regional secretary of Champon, people like Kwabena Chere, Cecilia Johnson, they also assured everybody that they will put pressure on me to come and contest on NDC ticket. So, but NDC was naturally my home because whilst we were at the Consultative Assembly, we formed a cell which later grew up and joined other cells established outside to form the NDC.
Okay.
Inside the Consultative Assembly, we formed what we call the Front.
Okay. The Front.
The full name was the Revolutionary Front, but we covered the
revolution and decided to do the Front.
The Front. Our leader was Guzitano.
Oh, Guzi.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay.
Guzitano and Papa Datsun and
so Guzi was also part of the Consultative Assembly, or he was just part of the cells that were being formed.
Yes.
How did he become the leader?
Oh, he was, the PNDC appointed cadres, a certain number of cadres, and he was one of them.
Okay.
And Cecilia Johnson and co.
Okay.
And so, and he was also a link between the assembly and President Rawlings's office and so on. So he led this formation, and we all came, myself, people like SP Adamu and all that, we were all there. This guy who just died, Sampi Yale.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam, yes.
So we formed this one, and we're meeting in the night to try and figure out, because we know the Buzia Dankwa people also had a cell in the Consultative Assembly, and they were scheming to find a way of either disqualifying President Rawlings, Chairman Rawlings at that time, if he chose to contest, or making sure that after the promulgation of the Constitution, he'll be arrested and punished and all that. So they were scheming, and we were also counter scheming and so on. So we're actually part of the founders of the party. But after that, I chose not to go into politics, but I said I'll go and pursue this business field.
Yeah.
So it was this survey resource that changed the whole thing. That created a problem for me now, and they were chasing me all over the place. So it was a difficult decision.
Right.
But we had a particular lawyer, because a rural boy who had just come to Accra, and they are enticing you with the possibility of going outside the country. Those days, Bogapa.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
So it was difficult. Then there was this lawyer in the company. He was the General Secretary of Pan-African Writers Association. The name had just escaped me, bearded guy.
Okay.
Then he called me and said, look, what your community people are offering you, you better go for it.
Right.
Because wherever you work, however rich you become, you eventually return home. And if you had declined the service to your community, it will be a dent on your reputation. So you better go. Yeah. And if it is about traveling abroad, it is even better for you to go to Parliament, because then traveling outside will become like going to farm.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I consulted a few people and accepted it. And so I I had to go out there to accept that I'll now contest. But because the three parties had done the work for me already, because each of them was campaigning with my name.
Your name.
So I just went there. In the community I entered, the first question, which party are you
that
contesting?
Is all
I say NDC. They say, okay, we
Okay.
are finished. Then they start their jubilations. So that's how come. So honestly, I never, for all the 12 years I was in, I never went through primaries.
It's interesting. But it's quite interesting because not just that, it looks like all the way from your national service to getting into parliament, you've had some unique ways around it. You know, being a national service personnel and yet being appointed as an acting manager. That is quite unique.
Yes.
That's really unique.
Yes.
Is there any secret?
Oh no, I dedicate myself to any job that I'm assigned to. I make sure I do it well. And the results always vindicate the effort I put in.
That is true. There's a lot you get the name Mosquito.
Well, it was intended to break my spirit down. You know, I've been a fighter all my life. Wherever I find myself, I fight for the right causes. And so, and I've also been a strong anti-corruption crusader.
Very true.
Yes. So it all happened when we lost elections. I won to become an opposition member of parliament when President Kufuor came to power. And I found myself on the appointments committee. And I tried to make sure that the right people got appointed as ministers so that they can run the country and run it well, even though they may not be from my party. And so there was this nominee from the then Brong Ahafo, which happened to be my region. And I had a lot of, you know, debt from his past records. He had been a financial controller at Mem Timber Company before, which happened to be a government timber firm. And because of certain scandals, he was dismissed summarily. And so ordinarily such a person should not find himself into parliament at all. But because of the money he was carrying at that time, he managed to pay his way and got to parliament. And so, and that year, because of his influence and the money he brought, because money had not been introduced into our politics at that time. So it was new for people to just throw money about and so on. So he managed to get into parliament and managed to virtually win almost all the seats in the Ahafo side for MPP. So President Kufuor decided maybe to reward him with a ministerial appointment. And they couldn't get any other ministerial appointment than the Minister for Lands and Forestry.
Ironical.
Yes, and I said that no, this will be over my dead body. Because the man has stolen and had been dismissed summarily from Mem Timbers, which is a government company, which will be under the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. So if you put the thief there, you will now go and be punishing the people who sacked him in the first place. So this thing should not be allowed to happen. So I decided to fight. And I had all the records. So when I started it, you know, they thought I was joking. But I had majority of the committee members behind me. Then if the MPP people it didn't take long time. Maybe they had been called and advised, so they abandoned me.
Okay.
I was left with the NDC people.
Yeah.
Then they also started abandoning me one by one. So we got to a point where I was
you were alone.
Alone. One man.
That's interesting, soldier.
One man against the council.
That's interesting.
There was a novel, and there was somebody called Mr. Ladipo. One man against the council. So I decided, to fight the battle alone. Mm-hmm. And I won. And the guy never got the opportunity to become a minister.
Okay.
He was the first person in President Kufuor's list of nominees who was disqualified.
Wow.
And so, as a payback, the MPP people decided that I was operating like a rebel. That time there was this General Mosquito, who was a rebel leader in Sierra Leone.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So they said I was a rebel, so they named me General
Mosquito.
They thought that was meant to break me down.
Yeah.
So I studied this as I'm a teacher, so teachers we are used to be called nicknames.
That's right.
The best way, when your students start calling you nickname, the best way to get around is to adopt that nickname. Because if you try to punish them to stop it,
it will escalate.
It will escalate. They will hide somewhere, then they will call you. They will call you, then they will run away. They will torment your life. And so I decided to adopt it. That's why I became known as General Mosquito.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So it's actually a name or a title that was given to you by the opposition.
By the opposition. They thought that they wanted to make, to break me down. So I adopted it. And today, I have more than 200 people around the country who have adopted the name General Mosquito.
That's very true.
Their children General Mosquito and so on.
You've given birth to a lot of General Mosquitoes.
So one day, I intend gathering all of them across the country.
And then you are going to have a General Mosquito celebration.
Yes, one day I'll do that.
Right, Chairman. So, talking of getting the name Mosquito, I will want to tie it in with some few questions here because it is based on Parliament.
Yes.
So, this person he wants to find out, we are ending the year.
Yeah.
What is your assessment of the majority in Parliament?
Well, they have done what they could in the circumstances. If I say so, I want to imply that once you get people elected to Parliament, it is our duty as leaders of the party to quickly take them through strong orientation.
Okay. Yeah.
We in leadership have not done that. So in a sense, we have failed them.
Okay.
But it is not something that we intentionally did. We're struggling to get our government formed within the 100 days that we promised. And we went through these difficulties of having plane crashes here and there and many, many other challenges. And so it has not been possible for us to take the new ones through orientation. And so there may be, so I am disappointed that with this huge majority, at times we find it difficult to get numbers to match MPP. And it is something that we have to work on very strongly. I'm impressed about the performance of our leaders on the floor.
Okay.
But what we need to maybe work on is maybe to be able to mobilize the members at whatever time they are needed in the house. So that is the area, because we are dealing with new leadership also.
Yeah.
So you need to help them manage the mobilization very well, so that at any point in time we need them, we'll get them. And also, I think there are a few things that we could have done better.
Yeah.
For instance, there is this the move to introduce and push private members
Exactly. Bill.
law.
Yeah.
You know, the history of lawmaking in this country has been that it is always very difficult to get a private members bill passed into law.
To law. Yeah.
The reason is that we inherited the British system, where there is a clause in our constitution which says that any law or anything in a law introduced in parliament that has financial implications must be introduced by the government in power. Sure. Okay. Sure. So any bill, private members bill, anybody wanted to introduce, they can read into it some financial implications.
Very true.
So that used to be something that had blocked private members' motion. It was Speaker Michael Quay's time that they managed to get over that, and even that at all, we don't have too many successful private members' bill. So if our side decided to move a private members bill, or even if the two sides decided to do a private members bill, it means that it comes with implications. So maybe the first thing would have been our members on the floor,
right,
or the leadership can bounce it off the political committee, so that we all get a buy-in that it is something that we want to be done. Because once it is led by our leaders, whatever the implications are, the party cannot run away from it. So our political committee is chaired by His Excellency the President, and then leadership of the party are there. And so leadership of our parliamentary caucus are also represented, and the national executive, we are all represented, plus other members of the Council of Elders and very experienced and knowledgeable people. That's why we call it political committee. So this is a committee that ought to be engaged on decisions like this. So once we get the full backing, then our leadership will now go with the confidence that whatever they are doing has the backing of the party. I didn't see that happening. And then, but that said, once the process had started, and it has gone through some preliminary parliamentary processes, it means that the bill has now become the property of Parliament. And even those who are introducing it, they cannot on their own free will even go to withdraw it. They can withdraw it only through by the leave of Parliament. So if Parliament decides you want to withdraw, and you go there and ask Mr. Speaker that you want to withdraw, and the Parliament decides that no, we want it to proceed, then you who introduce it your hands will be tied theoretically.
That's interesting. Okay.
Right. But that is not to say that it cannot be withdrawn.
Okay.
Because even if at any stage, if we had met and decided that, well, this thing does not serve the interests of our government and our party, who form the majority in the House, that will have to give the leave for the withdrawal. Is it not NDC?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So if we call our members and say that this thing will be moved, when it is moved, all of you accept that it should be withdrawn, then it wouldn't generate any controversy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that engagement too had not taken place.
Sure.
That was why the president's advice was taken out of context, and it was made to look like the president was challenging parliament and so on.
I felt the same.
So our friends, why would you feel the same? Because
honestly, how I also felt.
But NDC is NDC.
But the president is the president.
The president is the leader of the party, NDC. So he's also the leader of our members of parliament.
That's very interesting. Right.
He's also the leader of our members of parliament.
So he acted in the capacity as the president or the leader of the members in parliament?
I don't know, but whatever the case is, he's our leader.
Right.
You understand?
I get you.
It's our leader. So if MPP was complaining, they were, I don't know why they were complaining, that a president who suggests that he doesn't want, in his opinion, this thing
shouldn't happen,
it shouldn't happen. Then you get up and say, President is dictating to Parliament.
Right. Right.
If the president decides to dictate to Parliament, it will be worse than this.
Right.
Because every party in the parliamentary system, we have something called the whip system.
Sure.
Okay, that whip system, that is the reason why we have a whip, minority whip, majority whip. So whatever is going to be discussed in Parliament, is the party feels so strongly that it must go in a certain direction because of our manifesto commitments.
Sure. Very well.
Then you just tell them that, look, this is the party line. And some people misconstrue the whip system as dictatorship. It's not dictatorship. We have gone into elections marketing a certain program. Okay. So when we're marketing that program together with our MPs, were we deceiving Ghanaians? We're not. And so if Ghanaians have bought into that program, it has to be implemented.
Sure.
So if a section of it has to be led, the implementation has to be led by our members of Parliament. And you tell them that we have committed ourselves to doing this thing. So this is the role you have to play. They have to play it because the promise was done by all of us, including our members of Parliament.
And they are not there as independent candidates.
They are not independent candidates. They are there on the party's ticket. And if the party has committed that we would be appointing 60 ministers, and somebody from our party or somebody from MPP comes to move a motion that no, 60 ministers is too small a number, we must have 100 ministers. Should I sit there as national chairman to say that, look, they are independent, they should go and vote the way they like, to change it, to compel us to appoint 100 ministers? You go and then remind your leadership in Parliament that, look, this is our manifesto. This was what we committed ourselves into doing. So everybody must toe the line and let's get it done. You know, so the whip system in Parliament, we have 1-line whip, 2-line whip, and 3-line whip. When it is 3-line whip, it rocks the foundation of your core principles and promises as a party going into elections. So that one, we have all promised Ghanaians that this is what we are going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we have to remain credible, we have to do it.
Sure.
And we must do it together.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
so
true.
you just send signal to,
your
the
leadership that no, you are going contrary and it will affect us very well.
But beyond that three line whip, there are others where it is rarely used.
Okay.
Because you don't want to use three line whip to stifle debate in parliament and so on. And there are times where specific constituency interests coincide with the general party interest. So you allow the representative of that constituency to ventilate the challenges of his constituency. That's all. That's allowed.
That's right. Still on Parliament. This one says, what is Chairman's assessment of the minorities' performance so far?
Well, I think that minority as a whole, I've heard some very interesting and sensible debates coming from the minority side. Some of their positions, I've admired some of their positions, but there are other positions, with all due respect, that doesn't make sense at all to me.
You know some of them? You want to share some of them with us?
No. And so, and the general conduct, I mean, there are things they do. If I was their party leader, I'll condemn. I will not allow them to do it, because you see, in minority, what you want to do is to try and win the population to your side. Okay. So you must appear, you must have some minimum credibility by the way you conduct business. But if you are seen to be doing things that are not serving any purpose, apart from being of nuisance value, then you lose that credibility. And if you lose that credibility, it will be difficult for you to get the population behind you. If you don't get the population behind you, how do you win elections? I don't want to go further because I don't want them to win the next election.
but talking about they not winning the next election, there's this question that also came. It says that, can you please ask Chairman General about his expectations from the NPP's flag bearership contest?
My expectations?
Yes. What do you expect?
I don't want to expect anything. If you are asking me as acting national chairman for MPP, then it's a different story. But if you are asking me out there,
now, but how are you combining it? Now being an acting national chairman for MPP, and being the chairman for NDC, how are you able to combine these two?
In fact, I'm going to add the UP because because people from Wenchi have we have shares in that tradition.
But Chairman, there are a lot of people talking about how, of course, there seems to be a vacuum when it comes to leadership, internal leadership in the MPP. Now, people are also talking about how they are even conducting themselves in terms of having first the flag bearership race before coming all the way down. Do you think it is the best approach? I mean, speaking not necessarily as an NDC, but speaking as an institution when it comes to Ghana's politics.
Well, I raised concerns about it even before it was formally adopted, when they were debating it.
Right.
I raised certain concerns. Maybe they amended their ways in order to address some of the concerns I raised.
Right.
Because the first concern was about mandate.
Sure.
I raised the issue of mandate because if you have branches which were elected at a certain point in time before you elected constituency executives, and then came to regional and came to national before you did the presidential primaries.
Yes.
And you are now going to skip everything and begin at the presidential primaries before you come down.
Yes.
The delegates, some of whom are your party executives at various levels, if their tenure had ended, and instead of starting to renew their mandate from there, and you ask them to go and vote for the presidential candidate, then the branches are voting without mandate.
That's true.
So who are they representing when they choose a presidential candidate? I raised that issue, that it is dangerous. Somebody could take them to court. So when they attended their national meeting, somehow they came and fixed a date which will still make the mandate of their branches unexpired.
Unexpired, that's true. Yeah.
But it still has not cured the
Fundamental challenge.
the fundamental challenge, because immediately after voting for their presidential candidate, their mandate will expire. So if you have somebody who is who has 1 month to live, and you want the person to select a candidate who will be marketed by new people, who had no hand in selecting that candidate. So it's like somebody has made a choice and you are compelled to now go and market that choice. It's difficult. And again, it can lead to purging of the party. And the purging can also lead to people defecting from the party en masse. You see, if you realize, there are times when, as a general secretary, I tried to combine parliamentary and presidential primaries.
Exactly. Yeah.
The logic is that it is not every member of parliament who will be towing the same line. In fact, if all of them tow the same line, it's dangerous for the party. You must allow them to, take their own positions and not to be compelled. But if you choose the presidential candidate before coming to think about the parliamentary candidate, a presidential candidate who is very dictatorial can send signals that anybody who did not support my bid as a presidential candidate should not be given the opportunity to become a member of parliament. I can't work with them.
That's
and
true.
We saw it during Nanado's time.
He said it so boldly.
That is part of the challenges they are dealing with now. Okay, if at that time they had stood up and faced the issues, maybe they could have stopped him in his tracks. But they all behaved cowardly and allowed the problem to fester. And they are now reaping the results. But the one who created it He's no longer a president. He's sitting
yeah.
somewhere in retirement. He may choose to to comment or not to comment.
That is true.
You understand?
That is very true. Yeah.
So it can lead to purging, where. So in many of our past, elections when I was General Secretary, I pushed for presidential and parliamentary to be done at the same time.
Okay.
So that the one who will win will not have the opportunity of weeding out the supporters of his opponent.
Right.
You see, so you can contain everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Yeah.
And if you start from the branch, you get your branches intact with the supporters of everybody, constituency, regional, and even national, before you go and do presidential primaries, for you to determine who the winner will be. So by the time you get the presidential candidate, the supporters of all the other contestants would have been in the party already, and you can't sack them.
Sure.
So all you need to do is to consolidate the party and prepare for elections.
Right.
So that is one big challenge they are likely to face.
Very well. Very well. Chairman, the program is becoming so exciting. Let me be quick with the questions. So I'll read about 2-3 questions at the same time. So this one, it revolves around the Constitutional Review Commission's work. What is General's view of the work of the Constitutional Review Commission? Then this one says, what does he agree to the presidential tenure being moved to 5 years? This one also says, how feasible is it to have EC and their deputies' tenure being limited to 10 years? And then this one says that, will it help our governance to have persons with dual citizens to be allowed to contest in parliamentary elections? And then finally, on the constitutional review, this one says, does chairman support the calls for constitutional reforms which allows chiefs to engage in partisan politics? So if we can put this together,
don't know how I can remember all the questions.
I know,
but you see, I support constitutional review.
Yes,
because every law is made for a purpose and to deal with emerging challenges at a certain point in time of the life of a country. So having operated the constitution for over 30 years, I think that some of the articles and clauses have been tested. Some have proven useful, others have proven challenging. So I think that it is time to review the constitution. And in fact, the review is overdue.
right.
When President Mills started it, we all thought that by now we would have done with it and washed our hands. Unfortunately, the MPP, which promised in before 2000 that their biggest problem was the constitution, and that Ghanaians should vote for them when they immediately they assume power, they will change it. And later, for us to be told by Nanado that it was too early to change the constitution. I was surprised. Nanado has run this country with some contradictions, because some of us have worked with him before, you know, and what he stood for in those days could not be put to practice when he became the president. And so he's my friend, but each time I meet him and he asks me why I'm still attacking him, I tell him I'm disappointed in him because we all followed him at a point in time, knowing that he will, whoever gets the opportunity to become the president will implement what we believed and preached At that time, I was with him in the People's Movement for Freedom and Justice.
Oh, okay.
That fought military regime. I was with him in the first political party that I joined was United National Convention. He was our general secretary. I was a constituency organizer.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so
Interesting.
then all the things that we have preached, if at least one of us gets the opportunity to become president,
should be seen
we
implementing
expect
it.
that you will implement them the same way that we had demanded that earlier regimes, like military regimes and others, we implement them. And so when we lost in 2016, it was hurting. But I had consolation that, after all, Nana has won. So at least some of the ideas that we believed in and fought for together, at least there will be an opportunity for him to implement them for the betterment of the country. And then that was where he failed me.
It went off.
So,
yes.
First of all, I would have suggested that maybe it is yet to happen.
Right.
But we still have survivors from the Consultative Assembly, members of the Consultative Assembly. So I had suggested to some of the members that wouldn't it be a good idea if we could put ourselves together to engage the Constitutional Review Commission, so that there are some of the things that we debated and or introduced into the Constitution, which has certain foundations.
Right.
So if we engage, they may be able to appreciate the background to some of the things better. And then we ourselves can look at some of the clauses we put there to deal with the emerging challenges at that time, and to assess whether they are still valid or ought to be changed.
Sure.
The things that you have been talking about, I don't know whether they have presented their report fully, and we know that this is contained in, or that is contained in, or they are just debating points that people are asking me.
So these specific ones, per some reliable media sources, it looks like today's presentation, they got it from the presentation.
Okay.
Yes, so they got the first one, which says that the tenure should be moved from 4 years to 5 years.
I'm yet to read the report fully.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if there is that change, because even at the Consultative Assembly, the debate between 4 years and 5 years it was a very heated debate, and the outcomes kept changing with every vote. There were the earlier times, we accepted 5 years, it went to a certain stage, we changed and took 4 years, and then it came back and back and forth. So, and having practiced the 4 year thing over the years, I think that it will not offend some of us much if it is moved to 5 years.
Yes, very well.
Because how to calibrate whether you should go 4 years or 5 years or 7 years or whatever is that, see, you may have a good government.
Sure.
If you have good people running the country, then you want those people to remain for much longer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is no guarantee that you will always have good people. So you may end up with very bad people.
Sure.
And you want them to remain there for maybe only 2 years. So that the country can get the opportunity
to move them out.
So it is these two forces that meet to determine the length of the tenure of a government. You don't want the tenure to be too short so that you cannot get a full benefit from a good government.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to be too long so that you suffer the damage that will be caused by a bad government.
Right.
So that is how you fix it. I'm sure at the time, some of the considerations that came was that we had been under unconstitutional rule for quite a considerable number of time.
Yeah.
And there was so much pressure from outside that Rollins must go, somebody must come, Rollins must go, somebody must come. So maybe you don't want to make the term too long such that people may not have the patience to wait for elections to get a new leader. Okay.
Yeah.
And so maybe that was what influenced. There was also a third proposition that sought a one-term longer tenure, like say 7 years.
Exactly. I've heard that conversation.
You have it in Chile.
Right.
You go there once and that's all. That too has its drawbacks.
Sure.
If you put somebody there for 7 years and he wants to finish the country, by the time he will finish and then leave, he will be stuck in another country.
That's
and
right.
you will be finding it difficult to bring him back.
Interpol will not be able to bring him back.
Because from day one, he knows that, look, this is a rented country I'm operating in. So when I finish, I'll relocate to my proper country and remain there and never come back. You see, so the debate is around those things.
Yes.
Now, when we come to the issue about chiefs' participation,
exactly,
in
very
politics.
important. Yes, very important.
In fact, we, a group led by some of us, we put that in there to bar chiefs from participation.
Okay.
And I still strongly believe that that clause must remain.
Chiefs should not.
No.
Okay.
You see?
And what's the reason?
The reason is simple. We took the history of the country, the constitutional history of the country.
Yes.
You realize that the chiefs have never been barred from participating in politics. So the chiefs were active partisans in the past. Some were CPP, some were UP, and so on and so forth. And we had not developed that democratic culture that allows governments to tolerate people who are against them.
Right.
So in the early stages, anytime there was a change in government, then the next thing is that there must be a change in the occupants of our stools, many of the stools. Okay. So then another government will come. Then he will also come.
Chiefs, yeah.
You know, when the history of this Boko crisis was narrated by Otunfo,
yes.
If you listen to him, you see that it kept changing. When this person comes to power, then he said, this is the person I support. If this person comes to power, this is the person.
Yeah.
So we looked at all these things and said that, look, we are also going, politics is divisive.
Sure.
Partisan politics is divisive. So if we divide the population and there is no uniting force that can, bring order in society when society is so polarized, it will be dangerous for the country.
That's right.
So we felt that let us protect chieftaincy. Let chieftaincy play a role of a stabilizing force in our society, a unifying force in our society.
Sure. Because
every politician, every intellectual is a subject of one stool or the other.
Right.
And so when there is crisis, there is serious disagreement, and the chiefs come together and call the warring factions, they will be able to exert their influence on the politicians, and we can bring order and stability in the society.
Very well. Yeah.
Number two, from practice, you see that chiefs in Achim, chiefs in Bro, Wenchi, and other places, you have a set of CPP chiefs, a set of UP chiefs. And so, when there's a change in government, in Wenchi, where I come from, our chief was deported from the community completely to Western region.
Wow. Interesting.
Because the government he supported had been removed.
Oh.
Yes. In Achim, it happened. In other places, when they are removed, they are humiliated in such a way that in some places, I don't want to mention, you see paramount chiefs who were so powerful a year earlier will be so impoverished that they will be doing menial jobs and other things that will just dehumanize them. Then the third was that we wanted to remove the cause of distance so that no government will be able to remove a chief.
Right.
So we said the chieftaincy institution is guaranteed. Then chiefs, the selection of installation of chiefs and queen mothers should be done by their cultural traditions and practices, by the people over whom they will exercise their chieftaincy, and not any outsider like government in power and so on. So before the constitution, we were having the government in power had the right to recognize chiefs, and when they withdraw the recognition, it means the chief has been destood.
That's not good.
So we asked ourselves, if I'm installing, and you know, there will be, the president will come from just one traditional area. You see? So, like President Mahama is a Gonja. So what role should he have in installing an Anglo chief?
That's true.
He does not belong to that tribe.
Doesn't even know their culture.
He doesn't know their culture. But if you left this recognition and lack of withdrawal of recognition there, then the president can direct that we have withdrawn recognition from this chief, and that will be the end. So we say that if the Gonja people are installing their chief, let the Gonja people install their chief. And once he is installed, let it be published in the official state journal, that is the Gazette. So once it is published there, it is noticed to everybody that the person, the people in this community have selected this person as their chief.
That's true.
So government should not go in there. Now, the reverse argument is also that if government cannot remove a chief, what causes or what motivates government to want to remove certain chiefs?
That's true.
Because when I'm campaigning, and then you go and join the party of my opponent, you campaign against me, and I win. Would I want to leave you there? You see, I want to remove you because you wanted to remove
me. So then I must
so now I have the power. So I want to remove you. So that was the motivation of people in government wanting to remove chiefs.
Yeah.
And in a community, our customs and usages require that chiefs must be accorded utmost respect and reverence.
Yeah.
Now, if a chief joins MPP in my constituency, and he's there, MPP chairman, this chief there is MPP chairman, and you are also NDC candidate.
Yeah.
And the chief is on platform
Campaigning,
insulting you and heaping allegations on you. That's and true. All that. It is not our cultural practice that when you are even attacked by a chief, you can also go out there to respond in equal measure.
Exactly.
But these politics, if I leave you and don't respond, it means that I'm losing the election.
Yes.
So I will also be forced to mount platform to also respond.
That's true.
You see?
Yeah.
And that response could be taken as disrespect for the chief who should not be spoken against.
Exactly.
So that also will lower the dignity of our chiefs.
Sure.
So we looked at all these things and said that no. Let the chiefs be protected from partisan leaders of the country. So the chief will remain a chief irrespective of which party is in power. So that they can serve as our traditional leaders and serve as a pillar in our peace architecture.
That's right.
and all that.
That's right.
And finally, first we restricted it to paramount chiefs.
Right.
Then later, there was an argument that, well, paramount chiefs don't lead people to do communal labor. It is the smaller chiefs who lead the people in the communities.
Yeah.
And they need the loyalty of all the citizens, irrespective of their political affiliations.
Sure.
So if the chief says that this is what this community must do, he must command the respect of everybody to follow him. So it is not at the paramountcy level that this thing is done. So even the smaller chiefs must be included. So we added it. So I still believe that it can be done, even though some chiefs have flouted it. It hasn't created so much problem with us. If we open it, it will be dangerous for the country. So the chiefs, some of the chiefs are saying this thing, is taking their right to contest elections, and nobody is taking your right. They say this is one position. Once you are in there, you can't do this.
The other
if you want to go and do it,
then leave
this one and go and do it.
That's right.
Because we have bad the security, members of security, we have bad judges and all that. Why are they not talking about their right to vote?
Exactly.
Okay. So if you are a judge and you want to do politics, resign and go and do your politics. If you are a soldier, you want to do politics, resign and go and do your politics. But you have a right to choose which work you will do.
You want to do. Yeah.
But the work has rules. So if you want to operate in that area, you go and operate it. You can't go and be selling pork in a mosque.
Chairman, that's really true. In fact, our time is up, fast spent. I will come to you to give your very last words, especially as we move into the festive period. But it will just be fair to read one or two messages from the over 100 messages that has come, the new ones that have come.
I see.
Chairman, I think that's interesting. Hello, Mr. Host. I'm called Isauku. Please tell General that he will be the first president for the new 5-year term proposed. May General rule for long. Okay. Please, please ask Chairman General the fate of his constituency election directors who are struggling to make ends meet and the maltreatment from some constituency executives please forgive me. Forgive me. Let me take the very last one. If someone is appointed as a NADMO coordinator because he's a constituency organizer, does he have to resign that NADMO position before contesting the next constituency election? 2, can a person with a criminal record contest for any constituency position? And if not, what kind of convictions disqualify a person?
Well, these things, I want to reserve them for my general secretary.
Very well.
Because, I was engaged in these things most of the time.
Yes.
So, as a national chairman, I don't want to.
I agree. So, I mean, that is what chairman
when
is
I'm
saying.
on the field and the specific issues come, we will address them.
Okay. Yeah. Chairman, there's one other. This one, if I don't read it, it says that please ask Chairman General Mosquito, what is the party doing for the maritime falcons in the ports? I don't know which one it is and what that one means, The very, very, very last one. Please ask my chairman, okay, why constituency? Chairman says this particular one, the general secretary will take them. I don't want to deny. Honorable Asiedu Nketia, please, when are you going to recruit workers at the various ports for the 24-hour economy? Okay. Chairman, your very last word. The messages are so much. Honestly, forgive me, viewers. Yes, Chairman.
Well, the process for the recruitment has been ongoing for some time now, and we have started the 24-hour economy at the ports, but we are moving gradually because there are things that we need to put in place before we can get everything fully, because even lighting and there are other things that we need to fix before we can work in the night the same way. But we have started 24-hour economy in our ports, more than 3 months now.
Oh,
and
that's interesting.
And it's working very, very well. And we intend to go full blast in the coming year. But let me tell you, those who are talking about this, I don't know whether you watched me in Fosu over the weekend.
No, I didn't. Is it
the festival?
The festival, okay.
I met Kennedy Japan.
Okay. How did it go? That's quite an interesting one.
It was upbeat. Oh, General Mosquito is my friend, but I'm going to beat him to become the president of this. So when it came to my turn to speak, I said, why are you creating a problem? You are like behaving like Don Quixote from mythical.
Right.
He creates problems.
Yes,
he creates his own imaginary enemies
that's true.
And fight them.
That's right.
Defeat them and declare victory for himself. So Ken, you have a showdown to do with
to concentrate
within your party. Go and concentrate there. Who said that you will be the flag bearer of NPP in the first place?
Yeah.
And we haven't started anything.
Process,
Nobody has filed anything. On what basis are you assuming that I am the flag bearer you are going to defeat? So go and concentrate on your work and leave us alone. And we are creating a problem, And these days, I hear many of them when you are speaking, if you don't do this, we want somebody who can beat Asiedu Nketia.
Yes.
NDC hasn't chosen Asiedu Nketia.
That's quite interesting because everyone is talking about that.
MPP, they have a way of setting their own agenda, you see. Anytime in the past, they want a general secretary. We want somebody who can beat Asiedu Nketia. And somehow, they want to use me as their standard always. Yeah. But is there a challenge? There are a lot of things that are happening, but I don't want to predict who the winner will be in their contest. But let them go and do their showdown and leave us out of their showdown.
But Chairman, when is the NDC presidential primaries? I mean, per the timetable, when will that be?
No, the timetable we have established
Yes.
does not include presidential primaries at all.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we have a constitutional deadline.
That's right.
When we are in power,
Yes.
we select our flag bearer 12 months before the next election.
12 months before.
When we are out of power, we are in opposition, we select the flag bearer 24 months, at least 24 months.
Okay.
So those are our constitutional.
Yeah.
But our process, they begin from branch to constituency
to region
to national, so that the new national executive, when they take over, they will establish the timetable and all that leading to the next election. So now the current executives, whether we will retain ourselves or not, because we are operating under a different time frame, political time frame, we cannot establish timetables and regulations for the presidential primaries.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because the new national executives who will do that.
Even if we are all retained, then we will be a new national executive with a renewed mandate. Then that we will then set.
Chairman, there's one trend. Communities will always call you, and you've always been serving. It looks like the community, including the MPPs, are calling you to be the flag bearer of the NDC. Doesn't it look that way?
We are not there yet.
I know, but doesn't it look that way?
Oh, judging from the pronouncements MPP are making.
And even...
But your opponent, you want to listen to your opponent. You want to listen to your, then you are finished. It's not always that you listen to your opponent.
That's true. I agree. But we have a year.
Some of them, some of us, if MPP, we are commenting on MPP issues, we comment as faithfully as we can, because we don't, because we think that our democracy will be stronger if you have stronger and well-managed political parties to go into contest. So when there are issues in MPP and I talk to go for a third term and all that, we've gone through this thing before. When President Rawlings was about to go to, his tenure was ending. Then MPP, because the government has performed, and MPP didn't have any rallying tool. So they started saying that, look, this Ojama, he will hand over, he will hand over. So throughout the country, everybody was saying that, Rawlings man said that when he loses, he should hand over. He won't hand over. So the debate was not about the achievements of President Rawlings again. So they managed to divert our attention, whether he will hand over, not hand over.
It's a strategy.
And radio discussions, everything was about that. And it was putting pressure on President Rawlings. Then he decided in his own way to throw in something that will answer them. So he went to Swedro and said that, oh, my vice president is a nice man. When the time comes and he wants to contest, I will support him. Hey, Swedro declaration.
That's really an interesting way to say
that.
Then
Swedro declaration came. And they hyped on Swedro declaration, making it look like it's unconstitutional. Rawlings is a dictator. This. So some of our people swallowed it. And then started some resistance movements in the party that eventually led to the splitting of the party. You see? So history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
Great.
So we have to be careful when we are
That's an
discussing
excellent one. We have to be careful when we are discussing some of these things. And truly speaking, General Mosquito, among other things, is just a wise person. I mean, he speaks wisdom and absolute sense.